Nick Nurse, coach of the Philadelphia 76ers, only coach to ever win an NBA title and a G League championship, is now joining us live. You know, LeBron does talk about that, Nick. And that's not to say that AAU doesn't have a space. But I do. If you look at that Warriors dynasty and that Spurs dynasty, you know, Parker's playing overseas. Manu's playing. They're playing against older guys. Tim Duncan, 4 years of college. Steph college. Clay college. Draymond. You've been in the G League. Is there value in that European college model that maybe we don't appreciate sometimes as they transition to the pros?
Well, I think what you're talking about, Colin, is culture. You know, the word everybody uses is culture. And I think that the seriousness of learning, seriousness of wanting to get better. I know you had Coach Hurley on the other day, and you know he talked about, you know, you come here, we're going to be demanding, and you got to know it before we get you. And I think they picked the right guys, and I think that's what culture is.
Yeah, you know, so when Embiid is gone, your other players have to play without him. But you all know we're a better team with Embiid. So what was the transition like, knowing, guys, I want you to grow, but we got the big fella coming back and we're going to change? Did you experiment more with a Maxey? Did you do other things?
Yeah, I mean, I think that couple things. I think a lot of the team was put together as role or pieces to play around Embiid, and then obviously when he's not there, they've got to step outside those roles. That's okay, and we needed them to do that. I think the biggest thing that I hope we've learned, and I think we have, is the compete level, like raising the compete level up. And we had to fight like heck to just be able. Every night we went out there, we had to fight like heck just to be in these games. And I think that our defense has gotten better, our effort has, our attention to detail has, with a lot of those guys, and some of them have made some progress in those areas, and that should help us.
Now, you got Heat, Grizzlies, Spurs, Pistons, Magic, Nets. You don't have a lot left, and I was saying, I think I said yesterday on the show, I think it takes 12 to 15 games for a big to get back in shape. I'm just spitballing here. I don't know. It feels like in the NFL, they always say you need 3 exhibition games to get that medal and the calluses. Is Embiid going to be in playoff shape by the time it comes around? Can he get there?
Well, I hope so. I mean, I think if you're thinking about it positively, you're hoping he gets there, and then you're going to say he's probably the freshest he's ever been going into playoffs ever, really. So he conditions quick, and he gets rhythm quick too. Like it's pretty interesting to watch him when he's coming back from this stuff. So we'll get, you know, right now we just want to get him out there. We've played one game, little close to 30 minutes. And let's just see how we can keep progressing it and go from there.
You know, I said the other day, nobody can stop Jokic, Embiid, or Giannis, so why not draft Zach Edey? Give somebody else a try. I mean, Draymond Green will acknowledge, I can't stop Jokic. I can't do anything. You coached Edey on Team Canada. Coach, there's got to be a space for him. Size matters, right?
Well, I love him, Colin, first of all. I had him. He was 18 years old, and we were in our first training camp, and we needed some of our young kids there, and we had about 4 or 5 of them, and we couldn't. Our guys didn't know what to do with them. We couldn't stop them. Right? I'm like, let's forget this kid going to play in the under 18 World Championship. Let's take him with our team. We didn't do that year, but I said, listen, this guy's got to be part of our program. Like he's certainly a problem. And you know what else? He's super competitive, Colin. He really super hard worker. Like there's he's out there every day working. He's out there every day playing. Like there's a lot to like about this guy for sure.
Yeah. You know, Caitlin Clark's fascinating, and I know you're a proud Iowan. And, hey, everybody I know from Iowa is proud. Anybody that's gone to the University of Iowa is proud, and you should be. You're Hawkeyes, you should be. But, you know, everybody was banging on Kim Mulkey the other day. And I said, folks, you understand everybody tried to stop Kobe and Jordan and LeBron forever. Gretzky, the great ones see the trap coming before it's there. I mean, Steph and Draymond doing that 2-man game, they've been lobbing that thing. Nobody stops it. If you could just trap Steph and get him out of the ball, everybody would do it. And I watched Caitlin Clark, and you're a basketball coach. Can you defend her at that level? To me, she's just too perceptive. She's too intuitive to trap. That's my takeaway. What do you make of her as a talent?
Yeah. So first of all, I was at the game the other night. Man, am I glad I went to that. That was really like being there live was really something to see. And I had to do it. I hadn't been able to get there and I was close enough there in Albany the other night. That was really something to see. Listen, I agree with you. She really has some get rid of it early vision. I think her passing is the most fun thing for me to watch. I think she's leading people to baskets.
Yeah.
And they aren't even going there. Like she's sending them there because of the pass. And she really has the kind of escape dribble to get away and create the space she needs, like some other great players that we know in the NBA do. But yeah, it was something to see. And hopefully they got a couple more to try to win, but really amazing to watch that whole program. I'm so happy for Coach Bluder and everybody there.
Yeah. The NBA playoffs are coming up, and I've been saying this about OKC. I know they're good, but outside of the bubble year, which I always felt all the married guys and the guys with kids were struggling with it because they were away from their family for 6, and the young guys loved it. They'd go play video games, they'd play basketball. The bubble, the young teams kind of beat up on some of the old teams. But in the playoffs in my life, Nick, mostly the veterans who have been in NBA weight rooms for years, they manipulate refs. There's just something about age. You've got a team with got some years on it now. Do you use that as an advantage if you face a younger team in the East, that those playoff games, that medal, there's a certain, these guys have been in a pro weight room, pro nutrition for years. Do you use that in the playoffs?
Well, I think that experience always matters, especially in the playoffs. I mean, LeBron just said it, like the playoffs is a whole nother thing. The prep, playing the same team over and over, the toughness, the grind that you have to go through. And I've heard somebody say it's almost another sport, that once the playoffs start. So the guys that have been through it, the guys that can physically handle the grind of it, they can mentally handle all the prep and all the adjustments and the changes and stuff's happening out there fast. Sometimes the adjustments, certainly, the guys that have been through it should have an advantage.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to the Knicks Bulls Friday in Chicago. Nick, if you need me to do some scouting, I am always at your disposal, and you know that, Nick. I'm a loyal guy. If you need me, I'll send you any notes you need on that. Okay? You okay with that?
Yeah, okay, I will take anything I can get, Colin. Hey, listen, you are almost a coach. I know how you talk about coaches a lot. I listen a lot. I listen all the time. So you got your coaching. You're more of a GM, but coaches. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather do the firing than be fired, but my owner would probably fire me because I talk too much. Nick Nurse, Sixers, easy guy to root for. Good seeing you, Coach.
All right. See you, Colin.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Uncle Colin. Subscribe here to get the latest from the herd, including exclusive behind-the-scenes videos and more, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thanks again for making us part of your day.